gonna get Pokemon Yellow prepared. But yeah. Also, I think I am liking this schedule I've got going on. I've realized maybe Tuesday and Thursday I might start half an hour later. I don't know. Might start at 8 o'clock in the future. But for now, I'm gonna be keeping it at like 7:30 or so. It seems to be what's working. So, yeah. Also debating on what I should play next, because currently all I've really got is Pokemon Yellow. I was thinking of some Cult of the Lamb. If any of y'all want to be indoctrinated into the cult, I did check out a little overlay that Twitch has that lets chat members create their own cult members and get into the cult and everything. So, if you guys are interested in that, I will be streaming that at some point. Because I have wanted to check out Cult of the Lamb. It looks super fun. Um, Hold on. I'm trying to find the Pokemon. Yeah, there it is. Okay. This open. Do a little this. Do a little that. It is, especially now with the latest release of the new expansion. I was seeing some people playing the new expansion. I was like, yeah, no, I gotta get this game. I really gotta get this game. Let's take a look here. So we're going back to this. Shoot, I forgot to do something. There we go. Okay. Oh, but hold on. I'm tiny. We can't have that. And there we go. Okay. Now I'm proper size and everything. Oh, but you guys can't hear it. There we go. So yeah, we're just gonna relax the rest of the night with some Pokemon Yellow. I'm going to update my stream info, actually. I don't want people popping in expecting Sonic Adventure 2 and seeing Pokemon Yellow. Oh god, I just noticed the frame that stopped on. Oh, that's terrifying. That's oh. Sorry, just more. Alright. There we go. Ugh, every time. It doesn't get old, that sort of crustiness. Shoot. I had the A and B buttons swapped on the controller, between this and, Sonic Adventure 2. Okay. Oh, that's right, I forgot. This respawns. I think Suck had cut. Yep, Suck. Alright. So, instead of challenging Lieutenant Surge, I'm gonna go... I don't know, let's try up to the north and see if these are decent level to train with. Yeah, I'm gonna aim for, like, level 22 or so, before we fight the, Vermilion City gym. We'll see how long it takes. If it's taking too long, we'll just go ahead and just straight up challenge the gym, because, the strats we've done in the past, up to now, seem to have worked pretty damn well. But, yeah. Man, I didn't expect Sonic Adventure 2 to go that quick. It had been a while. I thought it took a little bit longer. I already fought the trainers east of Vermilion. I have not, but should I do those now or save them for after the gym battle? Okay, we're gonna try and catch the Jigglypuff because I want that Pokédex completion. Oh. Well, Nosuke's now asleep. Snoozy boy. Hey, woke up. Let's try a scratch and see if that's probably gonna KO it though. Yeah, that's too big of a level difference. Oh, I can try using a Great Ball that I found. That's right. Do I want to use it on that? I should probably wait and use it on an Abra if I can find an Abra. Or did we catch Abra? Yeah, no, we caught an Abra. That's right. Not very fast, but it's... Have you gotten a Diglett yet? No, I haven't. Oh, that's right. Diglett Cave is to the east. Yeah, let's do that. Because we might... It might be good to have a Diglett on hand. For the, what's-its-face. Putting up a building on this plot of land. My Pokemon is tamping the land. I didn't know what tamping was as a kid. I was very confused by what that, Pokemon was doing. But it might be good to have a Diglett as a backup for Vermilion, City's gym since it's all electric types. What a surprise, Diglett's dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City. Should have the Dig TM in the PC. Oh, that's right, Dig was a TM. Okay. I don't know, should we go all the way back to Viridian City? I vaguely remember... Oh my god, it's so adorable. It's level 21?! Alright, yeah, okay, we're catching one of these things. Alright, that might be enough to catch it. Let's see. Could trade for the Mr. Mime 2 if you bring Abra. I don't know if I want to trade the Abra, though. But Mr. Mime we do need, don't we? Alright, that's a little bit of a scratch. I think we can get one more off without killing it. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, boy! Alright. Diglett, the mole Pokemon. It prefers something. It may pop up in caves. Alright, guys. You know what time it is. Everyone in chat? Well, shoot, I don't... hold on. Everyone in chat, go ahead and suggest some names for this Diglett. While I get this poll set up. If anyone has any suggestions for the name tonight. Wacka, Dig Dog. Wacka, Dig Dog. Give it a couple more seconds here. Boop. Alright, so we'll just go with those two then. Starting the poll, we'll make it super short. Starting the poll now. So at the top of the chat, you should be able to vote on the name. And just, yeah, Whacker or Dig Dog, which one we going with, guys? Wish I could do even shorter pulls in 1 minute. But, all good. And the winner is Wacka! Alright, let's go with it. Wacka. Whoops. There we go. Well, let's just see what all is in this cave, because I think there might be items. Not sure. I know it's just a straight path, so... And it's gonna be good experience, so... Oh! Okay, yeah, that's gonna be good experience, because we can just one-shot it. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh! We do board. Good experience for your plants as well. That's, yeah. Doesn't affect the board. Of course it doesn't. Oh my god. Why'd I use quick attack instead of gust here? Okay, now we use quick attack. There we go. Take that, Diglett. Do I have any potions? I might as well use it. And it's hard to believe just how far Pokemon has come since these days. Oh. Oh my god, that did a surprising amount of damage. Alright, well, we got a crit, so it doesn't matter. Yay, level up. Oh, that's probably gonna... Ooh, even a critical. Yeah. Fire against ground type probably isn't the best, but eh. Yeah, it should be enough damage. I will be able to take it out pretty easily. So you guys been playing any Pokemon lately? Can be like, you know, older games, newer games, anything in between. Rock Tunnel, but it's dark and scary. If Pokemon's Flash could light it up. Let's cave. You know me? Oh yeah, you've been doing the Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I say, I really do want to play that. Hello. A fainted Pokemon can't fight, but it can still use moves like Cut. I'm looking for Clefairy. Want to trade one for Mr. Mime? Nope. We don't have a Clefairy. So I guess in Pokemon Yellow, it's a Clefairy you need for it. Alright, Sook. Cut. What is down here? Once a Pokemon learns Flash, you can get through Rock Tunnel. Hi, remember me? I'm Professor Oak's aide. Oh, here we go. If you caught 10 kinds of Pokemon, I'm supposed to give you an HM05. Yes! Yes! Yay, we caught 12 kinds. Here you go. That's HM05 Flash. Okay, so let me boot that up, and we're actually going to teach that to Gunvolt. That's what I always did with Pokemon Yellow, is I always gave Flash to Pikachu. Because, I mean, it was just... You're always going to have Pikachu with you. Alright. Double Team is better than Flash, but it achieves the same purpose, just... gonna do that. I do not miss the days of having to teach HMs to Pokemon to access different areas of the game. I'm glad that, like, was it... I think it was Sun and Moon that first introduced, like, you know, like, the ride Pokemon and stuff that achieved the same thing. Hey, HP up. Ooh, another Moonstone. Always helpful. Alright, let's head back through the Diglett Cave. That was a good thing that we did do that little detour. I was planning on just grinding, but you know what? Might as well make progress, right? Alright, Pokemon... No, not Gunvolt. So... Oh. Just love seeing how he just waddles. Great. Infinite Fusion does something similar where it gives you items for your trainer to use, like abilities. Okay, that's good. I was wondering if they did change that, because I don't think anyone liked using HMs to essentially waste a move on a Pokemon, because almost none of the HMs, except Surf and Waterfall, were the only ones that were, like, any good. Also, I've always wondered what Diglett's Scratch was, because one of Diglett's, like, main moves is Scratch, but they don't ever show their claws or anything, so it's like, what are they scratching with? Every part about them that's above ground is very round. You can't really scratch with that. Okay. So we did that. Let's heal Inosuke, and then let's tackle the route to the east and see what it gives us. Let's go, but don't cheat. How can I cheat? Unless you're gonna tell me that using items is cheating, in which case, you know what? That's fair. Youngster wants to fight. Ekans. Level 21. Okay. Let's just karate chop. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, bite? Oh, that's right. It was a normal move in this one. Dark type didn't exist yet. Heck yeah, another crit. There we go. Okay, that was pretty easy.
Huh? That's not right. I did my best. I have no regrets.
I wonder if that's just a default line, because that's the same thing that the Nugget Bridge trainers say. It might just be like a default thing that they assign trainers if they don't give them anything special to say. Oh. Man, Inosuke is squishy. Like, Inosuke can dish out the damage, but he is squishy as heck. Okay, so we're just gonna swap out. We're not gonna go back to the Focus Center every time. That'd be a little ridiculous, right? I just became a trainer, but I think I can win. Alright, another youngster. Where do you catch Sandshrew? It seems like a lot of trainers have Sandshrews, but I haven't seen a single one. Oh, that's not much damage at all. Oh, that's a lot more damage than what... Ooh. Ground type, grass. Maybe. God, I forgot again about his backstory. Not look okay. There we go. I thought there was Sandshrew in the grass around this area. You know what? If there is, we're gonna catch it. Ah! Okay, this is just rude. I know I do this, but also I don't like being on the receiving end of this. Come on, man. There we go. Heck yeah. Alright, Zubat, so we're gonna go into Gunvolt. My Pokemon couldn't. What do you want? Leave me alone. Oh man, someone's a sore loser. My Pokemon should be ready by now. What, are you getting them out of the oven or something? Alright, Nidoran male. We should be able to handle it with the Charmander. Hey, that burn. Okay, so it'll... Oh, gosh, dang it. Okay, we're tanky enough. It's... Yep, okay, we're gonna survive, it's gonna burn, and we get the experience. Good. Didn't want that to be lost experience. Level 20. Nidorino. Let's do our own Nidorino. I love the front-facing sprite for Nidorino. It's like, heh. So many critical... I feel like they nerfed critical hits after the first generation. Too much, too young. What does that mean? Better go find stronger ones. Chris and Gen 1 are based on speed stat. Okay, so, like... Yeah, I guess that makes sense, then. It's not its own separate stat. Buff this up. I don't know why I feel the need to save, but just in case. Win, lose, or draw. Gambler wants to fight. Oh my god, that's what Poliwag looked like. It's... Look at its eyes, that's so derp. Oh, I love it. I love it. I want one. I want it. It's why Pokemon like Persian Electro are so OP in this gen. Are they, like, super fast, then? I didn't... I don't have, like, Pokemon stats committed to memory, but I'm guessing they have a high base stat in speed. One of my favorite cursed retro sprites. Red, blue Charizard. Yes. Absolutely. Hey, critical. Hell yeah. Acha! Didn't go my way. Pokemon is life, and to live is to gamble. That's not a lesson you want to be teaching kids. I feel like there's a reason we don't see gamblers anymore in the games. I know there's a reason in Heart Gold, Soul Silver they removed the game corner, which made me sad, because I don't... Like, the slots are fine. Like... Although the Voltorb switch that they replaced it with, I got really good at that. Alright, let's just run around the grass and see what Pokemon are in here. Alright, a Pidgey. Probably about the 100th one we've seen. Oh no. Ah, no. They really made the AI love using Sand Attack. I feel like they toned that down in later games. Like the enemy Pokemon will still use like Sand Attack and Double Team and stuff like that, but I feel like they like use it less than they do in this generation. Alright, so far we've seen Pidgey and Rattata. I'm hoping that there's others in here, but... Competition! I can't get enough! You know, I do like the Gambler sprites, though. They're kind of cool. Hey, Bellsprout. You know, I just realized something. I'm thinking about it, of just like the feel of like each Pokemon game. In this one, it feels very, I don't know, like very urban in a lot of ways. Like there's just like all kinds of cities. There's so many pathways that are like paved and everything, and it just feels very urban. But like in the second generation, like Gold, Silver, Crystal, there were cities and stuff, yeah, but it felt more... There was more nature, it felt. Like, there was more, like, small villages rather than giant cities. I'm not familiar with the, geography of Japan, so I don't know if that's, like, you know, just because of how Kanto differs from whatever Johto is based off of. But I just sort of I just made the connection for some reason. It's just interesting to me that like each generation definitely has a feel to it. The third generation to me felt like there was definitely just a ton of nature there. And then fourth generation, like, it felt like there was like more urbanization. Like, it felt more like first gen in terms of like how much city there was to the region. And then fifth generation, my god, that is nothing but city. I know there's like parts of it that are like away from the cities, but it just felt to me like it was just a lot of city. Sixth generation felt like it had both, but they were so, which was X and Y, and it felt like it had both, but it was very like they didn't mesh. Like there was a specific line between city and nature. Unlike second gen, where it felt like there was a little bit more of a meshing of those. And I don't know, I'm not trying to like make any sort of point with this, it's just like just thinking about it. I saw this coming. It's just luck of the draw. I'm just gonna try to, like, just complete this entire route. And that should be enough experience. Careful, I'm laying down some cables. Cables for what? Sun and Moon really felt like Hawaii, too. Yeah, so, like, 7th Gen, like, you definitely felt like you were in an island paradise, basically. Which, I've never been to Hawaii or any place tropical. The closest thing I've been to is, like, Orlando, Florida. I went and saw Universal Studios. But I will say that going through Sun and Moon, even though it had its problems, as you know, my opinions of Pokemon has had problems ever since, 5th Gen was, like, the last one that they, like, really nailed. But anyways, I digress. The feel of Sun and Moon just was enjoyable. I enjoyed the theming, the environment. Spread the word to save energy. Yeah, that's a good message, actually. I've been to Hawaii, always want to revisit there. Honestly, if it's anything like how Sun and Moon presented it, I definitely would love to see the nature in Hawaii. I just know that, like, in some ways, there is a stigma of, like, tourists visiting Hawaii and stuff. And I would want to make sure, if I go that, obviously want to be respectful of the culture and everything. And, not be too disruptive, because I know, like, any place that has a lot of tourists, it's sort of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's like, okay, well, that's good for the economy of that area, but at the same time, it's like, it's gotta be annoying in some ways. I'm sure there's some people that are kind of disrespectful about being tourists. They sort of nailed and found where they filmed Jurassic Park and World Moves. Really? Just prepare for all the centipedes. Honestly, I'm fine with centipedes. They're a little heebie-jeebie, but I'm fine with them. I've seen plenty of them where I live, so... But it doesn't bother me all that much. I forgot to switch Kingpin from the lead of my party. Hold on. Okay, so Magnemite, Electric type. It's so hard to unlearn that Magnemite is Steel type. See, I thought, like, immediately, like, oh, it's gonna be super effective, but I mean, at the very least, the stab is gonna be good. Same type attack bonus. Yep, it explains why the sunlight's an open white field with jungles all over the place. That's a good point. Hey, we got a burn. Magneton? Okay. Let's keep Glumanda out. You know, I'm just gonna say this. This is a subject that people always bring up, and seeing Magneton, like, reminded me of this. There's a lot of people that say, like, 5th generation Pokemon, it's like, oh, they were so unoriginal with a Pokemon look, it's a trash bag and an ice cream cone, how dumb. And I'm like, y'all remember 1st gen, right? Where there was literally just a ball with magnets attached to it, and when you evolved it, it was just 3 of them. There was literally just a round mole, and when you evolved round mole, it's 3 of them. And then there's literally just eggs. There's literally just sludge. There's literally a ball. Like, I don't understand how people can say that, like, 5th generation was unimaginative or uncreative, when, you know, the stuff they complain about has been with the series since the beginning, and I don't think it's a bad design. Like, I bring up the comparison just to, like, show people, like, hey, this stuff has been happening since the 1st generation, and you guys seem to love the heck out of, you know, these early generations. But some designs were bad, yes, but every generation has those. Yeah, like, for sure. There's some interesting designs. Bruxish was a choice. Yeah, exactly. That, like, I mean, I like the colors of Bruxish. I love just, like, completely fucking gaudy stuff like that. But that's just my personal opinion. And that's the wonder of Pokemon, is that there's gonna be designs that some people like, some people hate. Like, personally, I freaking love the Vanillux line. When I play through 5th gen, I make sure to catch a Vanillite, and I will evolve it, and keep it with me through the entirety of my run, because I love my fucking ice cream cone. Y'all who don't like the ice cream cone, y'all can leave me alone. I love Vanillux. Oh, wait, no, Sonic Boom. Okay, so that's 20 damage straight up. Okay, I got 2 more turns. That's fine. Not to mention how useless Love Disc was. Yeah, and then, like, there was a Lomomola in the 5th gen, and I thought, oh, it's an evolution of Love Disc. Nope. Completely its own thing. Not in that camp. I do like Cryogonal, though. Cryogonal is fucking cool. I wish we saw more of it, because it is just a freaking awesome design. But, like, you know, 5th gen felt interesting because they were legit trying to reboot the series. Like, they actually went on record and said that's why they designed it to be, like, in the first, Black and White, they actually, said, you know, there were no returning Pokemon at all until post-game. And I think it was 156 Pokemon were generated. Or not generated, created for the 5th generation. And they did so good with the designs, but it's also why, like, some of them felt like, oh, this is just 1st gen. But, like, I genuinely think that it was the perfect, like, thing to do to try and, like, revitalize the series and have a new start. And then they just dropped the ball entirely with X and Y. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I have friends that love X and Y and say that it's their absolute favorite. Personally, I'm probably rough on it because it came off the heels of the 5th generation. And I feel so bad that X and Y just didn't get a chance to shine as much as Black and White did. I mean, for God's sake, X and Y didn't even get a sequel. It didn't get a sequel, it didn't get a 3rd game, it didn't get any of that, it just went straight to Sun and Moon. Which I'm sure there's reasons for it, but I just wonder what those reasons exactly were. We need Victini in another game. Yes, we absolutely do. I love Victini. It's one of my favorite mythicals. I love its design and just, it's so cute. Alright. we're gonna keep Borb out, because Borb's not gonna get any action in the Vermilion City gym. Or if Borb does, something has gone horribly wrong. I do not want to send this bird out against a bunch of electric types. Oh, God. Man, I forget if we've encountered Eradicate before, but if we have, I totally forgot what its sprite was. Uh-oh. God. Borb, a name fitting of the cutest Borb, Natu. Oh, man, I love Natu and Xatu. I always forget they exist, though, for some reason. Like, I love them, but I forget they exist. You know what? The second generation, there is a Pokemon that I love, but is absolutely useless. Ladian. Ladian is such a cool design, and it's like, it has an ability where it's like, every punch move you give it, like, actually gets an attack boost. But it's totally useless, because I think its base attack is so low that it doesn't matter. Alright, should we... Yeah, Bane Learning Stun Spore, yeah, it's fine. And I'm just like, I want to use Ladian, but it's so bad. Oh, guys, the Sook is evolving! Oh, Sook evolved into Mega Sook. There's a fat Pokemon that comes down from the mountains. It's strong if you can get it. Hey, there's an escape rope. Alright. Okay. Oh my god, PogChamp. It is literally pogging, isn't it? Weepin' Bell. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized something. We could have gone into that place. I think Snorlax is blocking the other side, but we can at least go over here. Oh. Let's just run of that, because I just want to check something real quick, and then we'll go back to Vermilion. Okay. Inosuke, you definitely need the training, and then we'll go with that. Let's save, because it's been a hot minute. I think this is the aid up here. Yes, this is the one that gives experience share, I'm pretty sure. 30, yep, this is the one. Oh no, item finder. No, I don't care about that. I'm looking for Lickitung. Want to trade one for Doug Trio? No, that is such an awful trade. Why would I do that? Yep, there's Snorlax. A sleeping Pokemon blocks the way. I am gonna save before that when we do, fight it. Also, oh my god, seeing the name raider there. Oh my god, I think I just stopped mid-sentence and then didn't finish it. When we go fight Snorlax, I'm going to save before because I do want to catch it. And if we accidentally faint it, I'm gonna restart. Because I really want to catch a Snorlax. But then on to the next thing, the name raider. I always thought as a kid that if you named a Pokemon like the quote perfect name, the name raider would tell you. And no, the name raider is just like, that's a good name, but could be better. And then like offers if you want to rename, and I was just like, why won't you accept any name? All of these are fantastic names. Why don't you like my names? And as a kid, I never realized that it's literally just there to rename the Pokemon. That's it. There's a lot that I misunderstood about Pokemon as a kid, but somehow I made it work. Alright. So Pidgey, Rattata. Let's see if there's any other things. The old experience share before it came easy mode to level things. Ah, you say that, Talon. But in this game, it functions like it does now, where if you turn it on, it shares experience with the entire party. When it was reintroduced in the second generation, since you had hold items, that's when it changed to be like, okay, it only applies to the Pokemon that's holding it. And then 6th generation, they allowed you to toggle it on to level the entire team, which honestly, I think, but it didn't multiply the earnings either. That's a good point. I feel like they hit a good balance with that in Scarlet and Violet. Okay. So, hot take. I think Scarlet and Violet is one of the best Pokemon games so far. Its only downside is the performance. That's the only thing that's just so disappointing about it. But I like how they did the experience share balancing in that. And a Drowsy? Well, hold on. We need that. Oh, that's gonna hurt. A lot, actually. A lot of people that have been disliking recent gens of Pokemon are saying Scarlet and Violet are a breath of fresh air. They really are! There's so much that they did with Scarlet and Violet that I just wish that they would have done before. But now, all people are saying that I've been hearing about Scarlet and Violet is like, man, Pokemon Company really, like, Game Freak doesn't know how to make a good game anymore. I'm just like, it's a fantastic game. It's just they didn't have the technical parts figured out, which is so unfortunate because there is such a good game there. It's so good. Scarlet and Violet is my second favorite generation. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna come out and say that. My favorite generation is 5th gen, Black and White. But they did the story so well. I enjoyed a lot of the Pokemon designs, honestly. I thought there was, like, just some really creative designs, like, Varoom and Revavroom. Like, just engines that, like, that can actually, like, attach to an actual car and stuff. And, like, the way they use that for, like, Team Star was super cool. But, I don't know, there's a lot that I could go on about. We sleep by it all the time. It will sometimes show you dreams it has eaten in the past. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I like the non-linearity of it. I just want them to have gym scale depending on how many badges you have and make them a more competitive setting. Choosing like 3 Pokemon, lock their level, and take on the gym like that, but that's me. Honestly, that's a good way to do it. Instead of like having like going against a gym leader and they're like, I have 2 Pokemon. And you're like, cool, I have 6. I'm gonna wreck you. You know? Alright, guys. In the chat, we got another nickname coming up for Drowsy. Go ahead and throw out some suggestions, guys. You can suggest more than one name, by the way. And I'm having out to get the poll started. Is Snork. Okay. Drowsquill. Right, Snork, Drowsquill. I love the names you guys come up with, by the way. This is actually my favorite part of, like, the Pokemon streams, is getting, like, you guys naming all the Pokemon. I want to use every Pokemon, but unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to. Ubaba. Okay, Snork, Drowsquill, and Ubaba. We're gonna go with those. And start the poll. But, yeah, like, there's a lot that Scarlet and Violet I feel did right, and I want them to continue with it. But, as with every Pokemon game, I don't think they're going to. Like, there's stuff that they did to... how to put it? There was stuff that they did between each generation that, like, it took stuff out from the previous generation. Like, let me put it this way. My perfect Pokemon game would be 5th generation, if it had the Pokemon contest of the 3rd generation. It would be perfect in my eyes. I love Pokemon contests. I am so sad that they just decided to not continue that part of the games. Because, like, I mean, even in the anime, I loved coordinators more than trainers. They did such creative things with Pokemon moves and made it such a performance. Like, I feel like I would be a coordinator in the Pokemon world if I was in the Pokemon world. Alright, Snork it is. Snork was transferred to Bill's PC. Alright, what do we got? Okay. We'll do a little bit more grinding here. Might make this a shorter stream tonight, but we'll see how I'm feeling. Alright, let's go, Borb. Hyperfang does half, doesn't it? No? Does it do a 4th? I always forget how that move works. So, Drowsy was one of the special Pokemon in this route. I wonder if there's any others. But yeah, I mean, me geeking out about Scarlet and Violet, I've probably done it multiple times already, across the streams I've done of Pokemon Yellow. But I genuinely just love it. There's, like I said, a lot that I feel they did right, from a game design perspective. I love the stories. I connected with a lot of the characters. Like, they did really good. It's just unfortunate that they couldn't optimize it for open world. Which I feel like isn't entirely on them, because they are kind of being pushed to do more and more and more with the same amount of time and almost the same amount of staff. Like, Game Freak does not get a whole lot of funding, and it depresses me. Because I know that they could do a lot better if they were given the proper resources, including time, but... Like, for example, Pokemon Legends Arceus was fucking fantastic. And I wish they would have used that system for Scarlet and Violet instead of, you know, remaking it. Publishers need to keep their hands out of the development cycles of games. Honestly, agreed. Pokemon is a very unfortunate, how to put it? Pokemon's an unfortunate case because I know that, like, they have to release the card game, the anime, the manga, the games, all at the same time. Like, in terms of their merchandising. Like, I understand that from a corporate mindset, but man, it sucks for everyone that's working on all of that to try and get it, like, all to sync up, especially games, because programming never goes the way you want it to. And unfortunately, for the developers of Pokemon, you can't, like, delay in that case. It sucks. Their hands alone cause so many issues for quality games, and then they and customers bash how terrible they are when they've rushed everything to get it out for their money. Yeah, I agree entirely. It's... like, Sega has done the same thing with Sonic. It's like, it frustrates me. Because there's so many games that I see that are such good games. It's just... because they were rushed, they didn't get their chance to shine, because there's other problems that get in the way of the good parts of the game. Let's not talk about that whole Wii era of Sonic game. Hey now, some of them were good. I personally did enjoy Unleashed, Don't Tell Anyone. But... yes, even the nighttime stages, by the way. Unleashed was fantastic in my eyes. I also really like Sonic Colors. The storybook games, though? Sonic and the Secret Rings was a choice they made. And they made that choice consciously. And the control scheme of that game, I don't know how I finished it, because I've tried going back to it, and oh god. Where there were suddenly like 3 or 4 games within a couple of years. Yeah, because it was like this, you know, Sonic and Secret Rings and the Black Knight. You had not Generations, Unleashed, Colors. You had the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic games. I mean, there was just so much, man. And, you know, I'm a Sonic fan. I love the hell out of Sonic. As evidenced by how much I love, Sonic Adventure 2. I got Sonic the Hedgehog 4, I didn't even play. I kind of want to just forget it existed. Because I've heard it's just, like, absolutely awful. Unleashed was good. I just heard people say wished it wasn't Werehog Sonic and maybe someone else or a new character. I see that criticism, and I see it's, you know, I feel that people are valid in their opinion of that. But I personally enjoyed the Werehog design and all that stuff. I don't think it's necessarily, you know, a bad thing or a gimmick or whatnot. You know, all these other things I've heard. I enjoyed it. It was a different take on it, and that's not a bad thing. I like that the Sonic series is constantly, like, trying new things and trying to push towards something that's better each time. I will never fault them for experimenting. But what I will say is that when their experiments end up sucking, I will say, hey, this sucked. Like, for example, Sonic Lost World. Oh my god, they wanted to be Mario Galaxy so bad, that they even made the final boss was just, like, Zavok is literally just Bowser. Like, literally the same exact type of character, the same way the boss fight went at the end of the game. Like, it was just Bowser. There was no, like, discernible difference. And it was just funny to me. Oh, so we're gonna grind on Diglets now. Never see Werehog in that situation at all. I've seen a couple places on the internet where he gets in that situation. But, yeah. Although I will say, the cinematic budget of Unleashed was insane. Like, that opening, like, cinematic, that just made me realize how much I want a legitimately good Sonic movie. Like, an anime movie. Not like the live-action stuff they've been doing, although I like those for different reasons. God, everything about Sonic is so complicated. I can't tell if I love the series or hate the series. I really don't sometimes. Yeah, it's just like, some parts of it are so good, and then other parts I'm like, can you please never make another Sonic game, you know? It's like, I don't know how to feel. Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen. Okay. Let's go, Borb. Hey, Whirlwind. That's actually useful. Finally, a 4th move for Borb. Alright, since they don't have experience bars, I do just want to check something. 897 to level... Okay, so that's about 5 or 6 Diglets from 21 to 22. That makes sense. Wait, what am I doing? I'm already out. Might as well go heal. I want Inosuke to be getting some experience. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I just sort of get lost in this, because I just sort of like just get transported back in time, just remembering things from my childhood while I'm playing this. It's like, it's pretty amazing that games have that effect on people sometimes. Like, you just go back, you play a game that you played, like, so many years ago, and just suddenly all the memories of where you were in life at that point, and what you were doing, you know, the things that happened while you were playing the games, just all just sort of floods back sometimes. I don't know, there's so many reasons I like video games because of that. But yeah, I think, I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let's just get Inosuke to level 21, and then let's try fighting the gym. Let's see if that's gonna be enough, because I don't know, I've got this feeling that 21 is absolutely gonna be enough to take down Lieutenant Surge. Or I could be entirely wrong and he's gonna kick our ass, you know, that's always a possibility. Oh my god, Inosuke, how much more experience do you need, man? Okay, one more. Okay, so we just need to do just one more. As long as he doesn't faint. So to be on the safe side, we're gonna make that 2, actually. We're just gonna throw a board out there. You know, I like that the second generation added the experience bars. I forgot the first generation just didn't have them. I wonder if it's because they just couldn't program it in, or what, because I think, like, the first generation games, it was made by a team of, like, 12 people at most. Which, you know, pretty cool that they were able to make the game. And it's, like, one of those things that I often wonder about, of, like, did they know, like, just how big Pokemon would become when they were first, like, working on it? I don't know, it's just interesting to think about. There's level 21 for Inosuke. Fury swipes? No. That's such a trash move. Alright. Let's go heal up. Stop by the Pokemart for some items. And then, let's go challenge Lieutenant Surge. Hey, Drader! Welcome to the chat, man. Made some money today selling cards. Nice! I know you were talking about that. say, how many cards did you end up selling? I'm not gonna ask, like, the amount, like, you got for them, but, like, how many cards did you end up selling? Oops. That's right, I need to stop by the Pokemart first. Dang! Nice! Oh my god, we have 26,000 Pokédollars. Okay, I feel like Paralyzed Heals, we're gonna need a few of those. Let's... Now let's get like 10 Super Potions, probably gonna need those. And that should be it for now. Alright, Sook. Got our way into Vermilion. Gym. Alright, here we go. Yo, champ in the making. Lieutenant Surge has a nickname. People refer to him as the Lightning American. He's an expert on electric Pokemon. Birds and water Pokemon are at risk. Beware of paralysis, too. Lieutenant Surge is very cautious. You'll have to break a code to get to him. Vermilion City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Lieutenant Surge. Winning trainers, Cheeks. Yeah, one card that they really want, but it's not for sale after I found it's a rare card that is 2 versions. Oh, nice, man. Oh boy, everyone's favorite gym puzzle. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it after I beat all the trainers, because I do not feel like running into the trainers while I'm trying to do this puzzle. You guys are probably gonna get a laugh out of me trying to do this puzzle. Sailor in an electric gym? Interesting. Also, man, they are level 24, and that's not even Lieutenant Surge. Ugh. Okay, Sonic Boom is fine. That's not gonna do much damage, so... At least not compared to, like, it doing, like, a Thunderbolt or something. There we go. Wow, surprised me. Lieutenant Surge set up double locks. Here's a hint. When you open the first lock, the second lock is right next to it. Alright. I'm a lightweight, but I'm good with electricity. Rocker wants to fight. Now, see, that's more of an electric type person. Alright, level 20 Voltorb. That's more reasonable than a level 24. Yeah, a lot of crits. Inosuke might end up being, like, a star that we keep on the team. I'm debating. Dandicoot, do you know what's funnier than 24? 25? Alright. Oh, we have a rare candy we haven't used. Probably use that. Tackle barely does anything. Oh, come on! Oh, that's a pixel of health. Come on. Oh my god. It's another chunk of experience. Okay, let's switch out Inosuke. Let's go with Glamanda. There we go. Let's do Ember. Heck yeah, critical hit. Yay, Glumanda gained 441 experience. Yay, we won! Fried. Okay, I'll talk. Lieutenant Surge said he hid door switches inside something. And the last trainer. I was in the army. Lieutenant Surge was my strict CO. Gentleman wants to fight. I forgot to heal. Let's just do soak. Now see, that's a lot less horrifying than the Bellsprout back sprite. Dude looks older than Lieutenant Surge. I mean, for sure, but that doesn't mean that Lieutenant Surge couldn't have been his commanding officer. Or does it? I don't know, army stuff. I've got friends in the army, I just don't know the details. That's not very nice of you to do that. Okay, well at least Inosuke got all the experience. I always hate when they blow up and then you get, like, no experience at all. Alright. Yeah, it's possible, but it doesn't happen very often with most freaks. That's fair. I can't wait for Glumanda to learn, like, Flamethrower or something, you know, useful. I forgot how, like, long it takes a lot of your Pokemon to learn, like, the bigger hitting moves early on. Stop, you're very good. The door won't open. Lieutenant Surge always was cautious. Alright, let's, instead of wasting our potion stuff, let's just pop back to the Poke Center. And stuff. I think around 30. That's gonna be a hot minute then. Well, at the very least, Glamanda's gonna have a lot of fun at the next gym. Because I think it's Celadon is up next, right? Which is grass? I know that in this game you can technically do a couple of the badges out of order, but I always thought Celadon was the 4th one. Okay, cool. And then, like, it's, Fuchsia City and, Oh, hold on. What is it? Okay, where do you get the Marsh Badge? What is that city called? I know Fuchsia's where you get the, what is it, the Soul Badge? Oh, where do you get the Marsh Badge at? What is that city? Is on the tip of my tongue, 'cause that's Sabrina's gym. Oh. Saffron, thank you. Because I think Saffron and Fuchsia you can do out of order. Nope, only trash here. Only trash here. Only trash here. Nope, only trash here. Nope. Hey, there's a switch under the trash. Turn it on. Alright, guys. Hey! That wasn't so bad. That wasn't bad at all. We got real lucky with that one. Okay, hold on. Let's just save. Throw down a little cheeky save here. And, man, I really hope we can handle this. Probably not. But you know what? It's gonna be good entertainment for you guys. Oh, I can't wait to suffer. Handful of Pokemon books. Okay. Hey there, Lieutenant Surge.
Ten hut! Welcome to Vermilion Gym. Will you look at that? A pint-sized challenger. You got big and brassy nerves to take me on with your puny power. A Pokemon battle is war. I'll show you, civilian. I'll shock you into surrender.
Here we go. He looks so angry. He only has... Raichu is all he has? That is a level 28 Raichu! Okay! Cheese it! We're just gonna do this. I was planning on making this anime accurate and only using Pikachu, but that is absolutely not gonna work, I don't think. All right. Okay, we've done that. Let's whip. Oh no. No, don't get criticals. I don't want criticals right now. Those actually don't take into account the growths that I just did. Oh no. Okay, well it's the same amount either way, I guess. It doesn't matter. Oh, now you use an X speed. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh! Welcome back, Talon. Let's just finish this off. And Pikachu wins! It was all Pikachu the entire time. All Pikachu, 100%, right, guys? Just like the anime.
Whoa! You're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge. Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon's speed. Also lets your Pokemon fly anytime, kid. You're special, kid. Take this. Yo, kid, make room in your pack.
Oh, hold on. Give me a second here. I swear this never happened. Rare candy. Let's use that. We're gonna use that. Let's use that on board. And actually, the HP up. Let's just slap that on Gunvolt. Da-da-da-da, cranks your Pokemon speed, lets your Pokemon fly anytime. Hey, TM24.
Team 24 contains Thunderbolt. Teach it to an electric Pokemon.
Well then, I know what we're doing with that. Boot up a TM, contain Thunderbolt. Yes. Wait, hold on. Wait, Mankey and Nidorino can learn Thunderbolt? I feel like they can't learn that anymore, can they? That's a little ridiculous. I mean, we use it on Gunvolt, right? Like, obviously. But, like, oh, man. Put that on a Nidoking would actually be... No, Gunvolt. Gonna get rid of Thundershock. And boom. And we learned Thunderbolt. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. That, again, that was way quicker and a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so... If we didn't have Sleep Powder, that probably would have been a rough fight. But cheesing it, you know, it works. Alright, now I think we're gonna let Inosuke take a well-earned break in the box. Because I think... Well, let's wait. Give me a second. Because I think we can talk to Officer Jenny over here. You have the Thunder Badge? You must be a good trainer. I just caught a squirrel that was always getting into mischief. Did you take good care of it? Yes. Alright, guys. Time to name the Squirtle of the Squirtle Squad. Let's give a nickname to Squirtle. That does not look like a Squirtle. Alright, guys. Throw out some suggestions for Squirtle. Squirtle is absolutely going in our team. And if no one has any suggestions, I'll just name it what I usually name my Squirtle that I catch. Because there's actually a name for a Squirtle that I had for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It was my partner Pokemon, and always liked him. Alright, we got Shades. What is... Shades. And we'll do the one that I named him, which was Tank. I don't see any others, so it's up to you guys. Oh, and Nibbles. Let's add Nibbles. Alright, Shades, Tank, and Nibbles. And go, guys. Poll at the top of the chat. You guys decide. Yeah, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is another thing I might play on stream. I'm not sure. Alright, time's almost up. What you guys gonna pick? Tank! Well, okay then. Alright, Tank. Been a hot minute, but looks like you and I are gonna be battling together again. Thank you, guys. No more info for Pokemon. Tank was sent to Pokemon Box 1 on PC. Treat Squirtle right. You bet we will. Alright, let's go ahead and deposit Inosuke. Inosuke has helped us out a lot. So, thank you for your service, Inosuke. We may come back to get you at some point. Now, Tank is gonna need some severe training. Oh my god. So I guess, that's probably gonna be the rest of the stream, if I'm being honest. Oh, whoops. Pikachu. Let's start leveling Tank up. And actually, I forget where I go from here, because one thing I read up on, Charmander learns Flamethrower at 24, while Charmeleon learns it at 30. Yeah, so that's actually a thing. There's a benefit to not evolving your Pokemon too soon, because they'll learn moves faster if you don't evolve them right away. Which, I mean, I don't care, I just evolve them right away anyways. But... Okay, so this is how we get back to Viridian City. Poke-Flute. Do we get the Poke-Flute yet? And some don't learn things at all if they evolve. Also true. Alright, Saffron in the north. Because Celadon is where the, like, department store and stuff is. Shroomish and Breloom. Shroomish learns Spore, which is fantastic. Breloom doesn't. Oh! Well, that's good to know whenever I get to the 3rd generation. Alright, so help me out, guys. Where do I go? I actually completely forget what you do after this point, to get to sell it on. Lavender Town is off to the east. Okay, so there is that, but then how do I get the Poke Flute? I need the Poke Flute to wake up Snorlax, right? I always forget that I have a bicycle. Also, I wish games, the Pokemon games, like, each one gave you the option. Do you want to listen to the bike music or the route music whenever you're on the bike? You ever Mr. Fuji at the top of the tower? Okay. But then how do I get to Lavender? Oh, that's right! I get to Lavender Town from the north. But... Oh, wait! That cave! The dark cave! Where's the dark cave at? Because now we have Flash. Yeah, Rock Tunnel. Where's... Okay. It's starting to come back to me. You guys have to understand, it's been like 20 years. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, so... Can I use the bike in this little path? Yup. I'm remembering on the fly. Yay, at least you're remembering. My brain is absolutely just refusing to remember. Oh, I remembered something. We go up here. We go back to Cerulean. We go here. We pull out the Souk. And we cut. Alright. You have Pokemon with you. You're mine. Lady, leave me alone. Go away. Oh my god, that's a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, it's a lot of experience for tank, at least. We're gonna pull out Glamanda. Why are you buying clothes at the sock store? Fuck you! Infinite Fusion is pretty much a retelling of Red, Blue, Yellow, so it's somewhat fresh for me. Man, I am so thankful you've been playing it then. I'm also thankful that everyone else in chat apparently has way better memories than I do. Bellsprout, so we're gonna just swap back to Tank, and then back to Glamanda. We gotta get Tank up there. No! No, why? Oh! Well, we woke up that- and... I forgot how annoying Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, that whole evolutionary line can be in the first generation, because it's Sleep Powder, Wrap, it's just going to destroy you. Like, slowly but surely. Speaking of, Burn. Okay. Alright, let's just sit here for a second. There we go. Even a critical hit, just insult to injury. Alright, second verse, same as the first. Also, Talon, I did see you mention the power plant. Do I do the power plant before Lavender Town? Or is that, like, later on in the game? We need Surf first. Okay, yeah, that's later then. Advise grabbing it while you can before it gets taken down. Yeah, I should probably download Pokemon Infinite as well. I think I'll do that after this stream. Numar, would you mind, just DMing me the link to download it, please? Just so I remember after this stream. Or is that after Koga? I don't remember. It's a good question. I think Surf is after Koga. But I also don't remember. Who knows? Let's just play this game for the first time, you know? Yeah, it might as well be the first time I'm playing this. Need light to get through that dark tunnel ahead. Boink. Boink. Game 30. Hey man, what's up? Okay, he was bored, so I guess we're fighting now. A hiker. Okay. Matcha. Let's do Kingpin. Ooh, Karate Chop. That is so strong in this game. Ooh, so close. Yeah, so we're gonna switch out to Tank, and then... Oh, we don't have a Inosuke anymore, so I guess Sook. Ah. Just why, man? Stop. Okay, good. Whip. Whip it. Whip it good. Whipped it real good! Oh wait, I'm out of Pokemon. Sure had Guts stand up to me there, eh? Were they trying to, like, make him Canadian? Is that what they were trying to do with that? Yeah, service at the end of Safari Zone. Okay. Brilliant City and Rock Tunnel. I am to be the ultimate trainer. So do I. Let's do board. Ground versus flying and stuff. That was a critical? Oh, God. Which is weird, because I think Koga's Bad gives you strength access, but Sabrina's Bad gives you surf access. Yeah. Also, it knows Fissure? I'm sorry? A level 24 Sandshrew knows Fissure? It's a good thing Borb is flying type, because otherwise I'd be concerned. Something I gotta watch out for, I guess. Fissure, if I remember correctly, is a one-hit KO. My Sandshrew lost?
I'll restart my 100 win streak with Sandshrew.
Oh my god! This is the dude from the anime! Y'all remember that one trainer that whipped his Pokemon because he wanted to get that 100 win streak or whatever? And Ash was like, you're a jerk. And got up early every day to raise his Pokemon from cocoons. Okay, so he's got a Butterfree and a Beedrill, probably. Bugcatcher that actually takes his job seriously. I like it. Oh my god, that is horrifying, actually. I don't know why, but Beedrill looks a lot less threatening later on in the series, but that is just intimidating. But yeah, that... I love that episode, because Ash is just like, you know, you're being mean to your Pokemon. I'm gonna show you if you love your Pokemon, they're gonna do better. And the other kid was just like, yeah, whatever. And then Ash kicked his ass, of course. Because it's Ash. And the power of friendship always prevails. Yeah, it's like Poirier's like, you're next. No, go away, Beedrill. Oh shit! Tank grew to level 15? Okay, Tank has Water Gun now, we're good. Nowadays, Fissure has no effect on Pokemon higher level than them, and the higher... Oh my god, another Beedrill. And the higher your level over your opponent, the more accurate one-hit KO moves get. That's interesting. So if it's like on just even footing, like if you're doing like a level 50 battle or a level 100 battle, it just sort of is just the standard. It's like 10% accuracy or less. Let me look that up. Yeah, it's got to be like a really low percentage. Hey, Tank's level 16. Okay, yeah, we're getting good experience. What? What a total waste of time. Oh, hey! Tank's evolving already. Hey, there's a cool guy, War Turtle. I have to collect more than bugs to get stronger. Oh my god, a bug catcher who actually realizes it. %30 natural accuracy. That's actually incredibly high. Okay, let's... Rubs it in with his better Pokemon evolving. That's... yeah. Funny. I see they still haven't cleaned up. Y'all should, get on that or something. Okay, so in Gen 1 it's just flat 30, no other calculations taken into account. Oh my god. Level calculations came into effect in Gen 2. Yeah, Gen 2, they cleaned up a lot of the metagame and stuff. Okay, let's... if we went up there... This route is very labyrinthine. Go, my super bug Pokemon! Sorry to tell you, kid, it's Gen 1. Bug types didn't start getting any sort of love until Gen 5. Okay, that's level 20 Caterpie. That's actually pretty super. That's impressive. Also, can I just add, love that Gen 5 actually started putting bug types in the spotlight again. Because even, like, 2nd Gen, which had a bug type gym leader, it's like, bug types were still, like, eh. But, like, having, like, freaking Galvantula in Gen 5, and Scolipede and stuff, it was just like, okay. Bug types can be kind of heavy hitters. Been some good bug types in the first few gens. I mean, you know, I like Butterfree. Butterfree's a solid one. Scyther and Pinsir and Heracross. That's a good point. I forget that Scyther is bug type sometimes. There's Butterfree's pre-evolution. Or, well, no, never mind. It's just, I find it so funny that Venomoth and Butterfree look like they should have been swapped, but they weren't. The eyes, the antenna, the fact that it's purple. I'm pretty sure during development that they were supposed to be swapped, but they made, Metapod evolve into a butterfly to make it more apparent of, like, caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly, to communicate the idea of evolution to the player, because that was one thing that they had to think about when Pokemon first came out, is, like, how do they explain evolution to people, you know, brand new to the series, which everyone was at that point. That's why I think they keep, like, you know, that tradition of, like, bug types. And also, Satoshi Tajiri, wait, was it Satoshi or was it, Ken Sugimori? One of them, always hunted bugs, in their backyard as a kid. And that's what gave them the idea for Pokemon, is literally they're capturing bugs, when they were a kid. Which I think is super cute. Venifree. Well, time to fuse Venonat with Butterfree and see what I get. Numar, please send me pictures. If it happens before stream is over, please send me those pictures. Ooh. Alright. Gosh. You know, I wonder if Tank can do this by himself now. Let's find out. Uh-oh. Never mind, that is gonna hurt. So we're just gonna pull out Borb. Oh, why did I do that? I wanted to swap out. Oh, well, let's just see. That's decent damage. We still need to get a little bit more before I feel comfortable letting my baby boy out into the world. And Tank isn't gonna have like the effort values or effort points that the rest of the party has right now, so that's another thing I gotta take into consideration, is that it's gonna take a bit for him to build those up. Although, let's see if he can do some damage to a ground type, which water is super effective against. Were Eevees in this game? I'm pretty sure they were. They may not have been. Oh snap, 2 custom sprites for it, okay. I'll have to look it up, Talon, but I'm fairly certain that EVs have been a part of the game since the first generation.
Can't measure up. Are you off to Rock Tunnel too?
Gonna try. In the Generation 1 and 2 games, due to the effort value system being entirely different to later games, they are commonly referred to by fans as stat experience in the context of these games. What? Oh my god, there's so much more of this route to go. You know what? Okay. Okay, so I just went over there. Okay. I'm just sort of exploring the route and, like, trying to figure out the layout of it. Okay. I know what to do. So I can't go down there. This dude is gonna be the next one we fight. Alright, that I should be able to take this out. Heck yeah, Tank! Look at you! Watch out. No, we're gonna keep that. Wait, that's a critical? Tank is actually a tank? Let's shoot. Let's go Kingpin. I don't know why this just popped into my brain. I'm just thinking of the gym leaders. I think my favorite gym leader is Elesa from 5th generation. She was the electric type gym leader and also a fashion model. And she just has this like bad bitch energy that I just absolutely freaking love. Like, there's so many good gym leader designs, like so many good ones. But like my favorite has got to be Elesa. I don't know why, but total girl boss energy. Yes, exactly. Like, I freaking love her for it. It should be tough. Not sure what you mean by that, but okay. Don't you dare condescend me! Bitch, I just came here! I didn't even say anything to you! What do you want from me? Oh, you have a Meowth? Oh, that's adorable. I'm gonna murder it now because you're so insecure and you're just pushing your insecurities on me. Gunvolt. Shock the crap out of this Meowth, please. Is that a little mean? Is that a little harsh? I don't think it is. I'm just gonna zap it. Oh, God. Oh. Hey. No, you're too much. Hey, I picked up 92. You're obviously talented. Good luck to you. That's total 180 of opinion. Jeez. Alright, and then here's the power plant. Alright, so let me just let's just heal up real quick. That cave, if I remember correctly, that cave is kind of rough. And let's see. I think there's some new Pokemon in this patch of grass that we can catch. Nidoran male. I feel like you can catch Voltorbs in this patch of grass. Well, that's just a straight up Raticate. I think I should catch it. This is one that, like, there's no chance of us using Eradicate. I just need to get it for the Pokedex completion. So... You guys okay with me skipping over naming this one? If anyone wants to name this one, I'll let you guys. But I'm probably not going to be using Eradicate at all, so... Wow. Okay. Uh-oh. Alright, we're gonna pass on naming it, but oh my god, this thing's brutal. Aw, Tank is fainted. Okay, Sook. Make it sleep. My god, this thing is a menace! Get in the Pokeball. There we go. Jesus. Raticate, the rat Pokemon. Its hind feet are webbed. They act as flippers so it can swim in rivers and hunt for prey. What, menace? Luckily, there's a Poke Center 2 feet from us. Yeah, I remembered that. Shortly after saying that, I was like, wait, there is a Poke Center here. You know what? Yeah, this thing. Why is it a cow? This rat's big enough to be a cow. We're gonna name it Menace because that's what it was. Jeez. There we go. Menace was transferred. Okay. So... You know what? Let's heal up. See what people have to say in here. I sold a useless nugget for 5,000 Poké Dollars. I hear that ghosts haunt Lavender Town. Ooh, spooky. The element types of Pokemon make them stronger than some types and weaker than others. Here we go. Heal it up. Bird, cow, seal, human shape. Yeah. Pikachu is the only one that got a custom one, and that wasn't until Pokemon Yellow here. So. But I think, before we go in that cave, I think we're gonna save that for, the next time. I just saved. I always save twice, I feel. Make sure. So, I think this is gonna be a good time to, leave the stream until next. But before everyone piles out, I'm gonna see if there's anyone else that's on that you guys might enjoy watching. So give me 1 second here to do a quick look at who's streaming right now. You know what? There is someone. So there's this really cool dude. His name is Graphigato, and he is currently streaming Shin Megami Tensei 3. Lots of demons. So I am going to gear up to send you guys over there, but before I do, as always, gonna do the little credits roll here. Just want to say thank you to Sai was here, once again for being the new follower, and a big thanks to everyone else who is following already, everyone who is a sub, and everyone just who continues to support and enjoy these streams. Love you guys so much. I'm always so awkward when I end these things, but just know that I appreciate the hell out of you guys. All right, what do you say? We go say hi to Graphy and see how he's doing on Shin Megami Tensei with all of his demon taming and slaying and stuff. Let's see you guys over there. All right, here we go. See you guys over there. Have a good one, everyone.